How's it going, everybody? Carson Kahn here. I gotta get situated. 8 a.m. Slept in like a moron today. Anyways, let's go this way. The sun's not in my eyes. Wanted to talk to you about concern that gets brought up to me every now and then. Come on, Bailey. Okay, so can you become dependent or addicted on hallucinogenics? The argument is, who's to say that you're not just gonna, stop taking opiates and start taking ibogaine or DMT or mushrooms or whatever, as a replacement. And for anybody that, for everybody out there that's ever experimented with any type of hallucinogenic, you guys understand how ridiculous and comical of an argument this really is. I gotta tell you, these plant medicines can be very, very, very difficult to get through, physically and emotionally and mentally. They're not meant to be taken lightly. Where are you going, Bailey? They can be terrifying, they can be confusing, it can be very, very, very uncomfortable. How's it going, buddy? I'll tell you a little bit about my experiences prior to going to Mexico with hallucinogenics. I was quite young, grade 6, grade 7, perhaps into grade 8. I would experiment with psilocybin, which are magic mushrooms, and LSD. And quite frankly, I couldn't wait for the experience to be over. It was so terrifying, it was so mind-altering, it was so confusing, it was so uncomfortable. We look back at it now and we talk about it and we laugh and stuff and we think it was fun, but it wasn't. It was very, very difficult. Couldn't wait for the experience to be over. Perhaps I was just too young, perhaps I took too much, who knows. Nonetheless, that's the experience I had. Didn't touch a hallucinogenic again until about the age of 27 when I tried DMT once. Equally as terrifying, equally as confusing. And then, that was 27, and then I hadn't touched them again until I went to Mexico recently, and I'm 35 years old now. So, can you become dependent on these things? I really don't think so. I think it's very, very difficult to. Perhaps there are people out there who are. If there is, they'd have to be one unique and interesting individual. And I'd like to shake that person's hand, actually. Now, my little brother brought up another point. He said, how do you know you're not just going to start abusing them? Now, becoming dependent and abusing things are different, I think. They can be different. And I said, well, that's impossible. I can't abuse these things. That would just be too hard. And then I got thinking about it, and you really can't abuse anything, really. Like, let's take a guy that's got a nice car. He's got a Corvette, and he wants to make it nicer, so he puts rims on it, right? Now, it's okay to want to make an object better, or like a situation better, or an experience better. There's nothing wrong with that. It's perfectly natural. But if this guy is, every week he's putting new rims on his car, he's spending all his money on rims, and he's not paying his mortgage, he's ignoring his family, then sure, he's abusing his ability to make his car nicer. So yeah, you can abuse anything, really. With hallucinogenics, hallucinogenics entered the market back in like the 60s and 70s. They went mainstream as, a party drug, used recreationally. Whether or not these people were abusing them, you'd have to look at every individual individually. Now, it's being discovered now that, these hallucinogenics actually do serve a medicinal and a therapeutic purpose. Take me, for example. I took ibogaine and it eliminated, or it removed me from my dependencies. So I think we're in a transition process right now from recreational use to therapeutic use. There are lots of tests being done. I don't think any of it's proven yet, what they do, and we're still determining which plant medicines are best for which ailments. But how does this relate to the putting rims on a nice car? You wouldn't put monster truck wheels on a Corvette, right? Just the same way you wouldn't take ibogaine and go to a rave. You just couldn't. You can barely walk. You feel like you have cement blocks on your legs, and you just could not do it. You wouldn't take ayahuasca or DMT and go tightrope walking, right? So, it's cool that we're in a transition stage it's actually amazing that we're in this transition stage from recreational to therapeutic, but it's unfortunate in the fact that there's still a lot of learning that needs to be done and testing. It's not widely available yet, to everybody. It's not cheap, really. Well, depending on what you want to do. Ayahuasca can be cheap. From what I understand, you can do it in Vancouver for a few $100. I haven't confirmed this yet, but this is what I've been told. Mother Earth is a brilliant place, whatever you want to call it. The way I look at the 60s and the 70s with all the hallucinogenic use, this to me was just like a marketing ploy that Mother Earth used to get these amazing plants and hallucinogenics, into the general public, right? They put it out there, and now what's happening is we're learning that, they have all these amazing healing effects. So, brilliant marketing scheme there, Mother Earth. It seems to be working. I wish it was happening faster, but it is what it is. I should say, I do believe that these plant medicines, these hallucinogenics, are for everybody. That they're for the people. They're from the earth, and they're for the people. Now, that doesn't mean go run out and try them right away. I think they're for everybody, but I think there's a time in everybody's life when you're ready for them, or when you need them. My time was clearly not when I was in grade 6 and 7, and not even when I was 27. I was highly addicted to drugs. I guess I wasn't ready to get better yet. My time was, not long ago, a couple months ago or a month ago, however long it's been, I don't even know. But that was my time, and they served an amazing purpose. I had a blissful experience. I had an amazing experience. I did proper prep work mentally and physically and emotionally. I had a good mindset going in. It came from a place of love and just wanting to better myself. And, Mother Earth and these plants, treated me properly. So if you're thinking about these things, then, you have to take a look at yourself. Why are you considering these things for shits and giggles? Or are you trying to connect spiritually to a higher source? Or are you suffering from depression and you've tried different things and nothing works? Are you suffering from addiction and you've tried multiple treatments and nothing seems to work, and you're fed up and you want to start living your I got another battery, start living your fucking life again? Then maybe it's your time, right? I believe that these plants are meant to make people better. They're meant to upgrade your body. They're meant to give you insight into your life. They're meant to show you why you act a certain way. They're amazing. They really are. They're a gift from God, a gift from Mother Earth, a gift from the grand consciousness, a gift from whoever created this intelligence that we're in. I do believe it's an artificial intelligence still. Anyways, I'm gonna leave it at that, guys. Feel free to comment or whatever. Anyways, love y'all. Have a great day. Peace out.